Can I get started? Sure. Okay, so welcome for today's session. So today is about building your online presence, just about the start. So have you guys had your lunch today? Yeah, hope you enjoy lunch. And may I know anyone came here by car? Anyone? Oh, by car. Okay, interesting. So today is all about how you build your website. A very simple one. So yeah, as we all know, right now social media is dominant. How the marketing works, but after all, website is still important because website is representing something. I would say a transparent about your companies, your information, so that when your client trying to make that decision, they have a better informed decision after they look at your website. It's more valuable. And before that, my name is Carl. I'm your trainer today. K-A-R-L, not C-O-W. So, and again, thanks for coming today, and it's glad to have you guys today. And yep, sorry, it's some technical error. Okay. So again, my name is Carl. I'm the trainer today. Previously, I was the head of product companies. I've got experience in various experience in different industry like logistics. I started my career in logistics, and then I went to retail, and then I joined a company who was doing a cross-border e-commerce, SAS, serves as a platform. And yeah, right now I'm a freelance trainer and I'm also running a startup. So today, this is our course outline. We got 4 modules today. First thing first, we will look at how to set up a basic website, how to buy a domain, how to set a business email to look more professional, and build a very basic website with an app called WordPress. Then the second module will be after you have your website being set up, how to beautify your website, and how to build a draft. If let's say you want to build a website, you like for example you hire some freelancer or someone to do for that, you need to have a draft for the freelancer to look at, to refer that. So this is how the mockup is being done. And the third module will be, okay, after you have your website, how to make it more easy to access or more exposure to your target audience. It's like when you start in the Google, how you make your website being the first. I wouldn't say the first top 3 because the first top 3 will be some paid advertisement, at least on first page. Your website will be at the first page. And lastly, how to measure your performance of your website, how good it is, by having some figures, by having some data-driven decisions. Okay, so basically is the module for today, and at the end of the session, I hope that you guys will able to design a professional website and know that how to buy a domain, how to buy WordPress, how to duplicate this process, and then the secondly will be like how to you are able to use Canva to beautify your website and use Figma to do the mockup before you actually do your real website. And thirdly will be how to look at the keywords in your particular industry. Like for example, you are in retail, what are the keywords that people will search for it, will look for it. And lastly will be what will be the key data or key metrics that can be used to measure performance on the website. So basically this is the learning objective of today's session. Okay, so before we get started officially, so I introduce myself. Again, my name is Carl. So right now, I need to know about you guys a little bit. Okay, so I'm very simple icebreaking. Just tell me your name, which company that you work with, what is your current position, and then lastly, where you come from. Okay, so may I start with this gentleman?
Okay, so my name is Wayne. You call me Shane.
Shane? Okay.
So my current organization is from PFP Reviews in Myanmar.
Sorry?
PFP Reviews.
TFP Reviews and
also known as British Cruiser.
Oh, British Cruiser.
One of the largest supermarket chain within Indonesia. So my position in PFP Review will be the category manager. So which means handle the products, category products in supermarket.
Which category?
It's a non-food product.
Oh, non-food. Okay, okay.
So my hometown is from Kampang area, which is a small little town in the area.
Tampa, which means
it's a Utah.
Utah. Okay, okay.
Like, yeah, so it's a very famous small town.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Shin.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Gentlemen?
Oh, my name is Roman Chong. Call me Chris.
Chris.
Yes. And my work organization is Alexis Consulting. I work as UX researcher.
UX researcher. Oh, okay.
And I'm from Kopenhagen, Sabah.
Oh, Sabah. Okay, okay, okay. Good to know, good to know. Sabah right now, the egg here is how much?
Is not very expensive because our transport minister set the selling price.
Okay. So it's around 500 round trip. Okay, good to know. Ladies?
I'm actually working for Sunday Uni as a school admin.
Okay.
And information I'm staying as a more than 4 months.
Oh, okay, so you are local then. Okay, in which school?
Sorry?
Which faculty that you attach with? Oh, okay, okay. Good to know, okay. Thank you for your brief introduction. And before we get started, may I know what is your expectation towards this course? It's like after you get this course, you hope that what you be learned from this course, like you can, anything?
Okay, so far what we know is the online platform is very famous with trending in Malaysia. So basically, British Cruiser normally deal with the physical retail. So actually, they are trying to aim to more online platform. So for this lesson, I think I wish to learn how to create a website and maybe some strategy to move on to the from offline to online to that, because normally the market share actually now only in Malaysia, which is Lazada, Shopee, which is more famous and also the most customer that will take for it to trade. So actually what I will try to learn is need to know about the importance of the website and also how to use it in utilize it in the manually maybe or visually.
Oh, okay, okay. So your company stress a lot on the website, not really.
Yeah, actually they quite stress in offline sales because most of the customers they are reliant on online platforms a lot.
Okay.
So, conversely to speak that the sales in offline is actually quite impacted. So that's why they try to learn about the online, see how the online sales can get competitive advantages, perhaps. So I try to learn it as well, see whether the compare, see whether anything can help me in the future. So we should better that.
Okay, good to know. Thank you, Mr. Shin. Mr. Chris, any expectation from this course?
So in the future, I hope to open an online e-commerce shop.
Oh, okay.
So by going through this course, I can learn about how to set up a website, how to know how my website can rank. Of course, the higher the better. And so I plan to bring some food and beverage product from overseas, product to Malaysia. And I would like to know how does the SEO works so that my sales can increase.
Okay.
So currently I'm doing UX research. Learning Figma is Figma is one of the most useful tools for UX and UI. So definitely.
Okay. Good to know. I hope that I can get some discount from you in future for your foods. And Miss Vanessa, any expectation from this course?
This course for my additional knowledge, additional advantage for my movie.
Oh, okay. To find a better job in future.
Yeah, probably can spend.
Okay. Thank you. So, okay, let's get started from for our first module, our module 1, business website setup. So in this module, there are 3 sub-modules: how to purchase a domain, how to set up an professional email, and how to build a website with a tool called WordPress. Okay, so the first submodule, domain. What is your understanding on the domain? First thing first, what is domain from your perspective?
Directory.
Sorry, directory. Any examples of domain?
Meaning is your payload that is your domain page that territory?
Okay. So, in a simple description, domain is let's say Trialgrocer. www.trialgrocer.com is your domain. So important. Okay, there are 4 rules when it comes to the domain selection. The first thing is keep it simple. Don't be like so complicated, like have like 5 words is like Trialgrocer is the best.com. It's not that ideal because as a user it doesn't create a very good customer experience when you type so much of words. You will be like hesitate to do that. This first thing. And second is like keywords. You have to use your keywords like let's say Trialgrocer, maybe Trialgrocer food to represent that you are selling food and drinks and stuff like that. So it indicates to your customers or to your users what are they looking for is the core website. And the third thing that you should be aware of is try to reduce the numbers, some hyphens, and again it's about the customer experience because it depends on the industry. Let's say your target audience is like housewife, it's like some senior citizens. They're not really the fans of like the hyphens, thoughts, stuff like that. And sometimes the numbers will make your company less reliable. Try to imagine like Trialgrocer 93. It doesn't sounds legit in that way. And lastly, choose the right extension. What does it mean is we got .com, we got .com.my, but at the same time you will find out there are so many extensions in internet, like .io, like .government.gov, and .info, .business. For instance, Jaya Grocer, even though you have bought your jayagrocer.com, but it's just jayagrocer.com. But for the others, if let's say they are your competitors, they might buy over jayagrocer.io. It might be because after all it's a different extensions. But what are the meaning of the extensions? For instance, .com is straightforward. .com is the most reliable, most recognizable in the world. When you look at the .com, it means that it's legit, it's the original website. But some of the company like government, they will use .gov to represent they are from the governmental agencies. And the .net is something that it might sound a bit unprofessional or unreliable because .net, how come you will start to have a curious, why do you did not use .com? You want to use .net? Is it a replicate website or something? But of course, right now, some of the companies, especially for the tech startup, they will start to use .io is because the cost. .com is most of the time is kind of expensive, I would say. Later we will have a hands-on experience on look at how to search your desired domain and what's the price of domain. Yeah, okay. And then secondly, after you have decided what will be your domain name, so it comes to, because you can buy domains from many websites, from many service providers, as per se, like GoDaddy, like Bluehost. But when it comes to the pricing, because they got many after you have bought the domain, in fact there are so many additional package for you to purchase, such as the customer support availability. The more price that you pay, you get more support, and some additional services like the privacy protection, your email hosting. So sometimes HTTPS, have you come across HTTPS? HTTPS is when you look at your so-called your bank website like maybank.com, they will have a HTTPS in front of the domain name. It indicates that it is a solid website protected with very good cybersecurity. So especially if you have some money transaction, it's better for you to choose HTTPS website. And for information, if let's say you receive a line that only HTTP, and then you have a cross at the behind, it means that it's not a very genuine website. Have to be very careful on that, especially it involves money transactions. It's better for you to have a HTTPS website. That's one thing. And secondly, options for the domain providers. As I said, there are so many service providers in the internet. GoDaddy, Bluehost, or even Google domains. Different domain providers, they will, even though with the same domain name, they will provide a various price range because of their so-called their branding and stuff like that. So you can pick your domain providers based on your budget. Okay. So basically, this is the step of the domain purchasing. First thing first, look at try to search is your domain has been occupied by the others. One thing, and second thing is look at which service provider provides the best price, and then you can add to your cart and then see you want to have some add-ons or not, like SSL certificate, what I said just now, yes. And then lastly, you can make your payment. Payment usually will be in USD most of the time. I mean, there are some local providers, but the price is usually a bit higher than the so-called big players like in the industry. So let me show you what is the process. Sorry. So okay, I use GoDaddy as an example. If let's say I want to, okay, so this search bar, this is the search bar. Okay. For example, Jaya Grocer. You search for Jaya Grocer. It's going to check whether Jaya Grocer has been occupied by the others or not. Oh, jayagrocer.com, but with a dash. This is something that you have to pay attention. Try to not to use with the with the dash stuff. We got a lot of attention with different price. Yeah, okay. And so let's say you decided to buy this, for instance. So you just click on add to cart. And as you see, there are so many extensions. So if let's say sometimes for some companies, they don't want the other competitors to copy or try to use their name to have some illegal actions to the consumers or try to confuse their consumers. Sometimes they will buy all the extensions. So this will be the total price. So after you have picked what you wish to have, add to cart, and then just click on continue. This is the add-on that I mentioned just now, the full domain protection, no domain protection, and then you can include your professional email as well. Okay, but personally, I'm not a fan of GoDaddy when it comes to the professional email. I'm more the fans of Microsoft 365 because most of the companies that will use Outlook. So when it comes to the compatibility, Microsoft 365 is more compatible with Outlook. So yeah, so this will be the options that you have. So going to the card, and then the next thing will be the payment. So yeah, the domain is purchased. It belongs to you. You can have your options in, yeah, by the way, the domains is not like one-off stuff. It's not like a lifetime stuff. It got a so-called a valid period, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, and if let's say, in fact, it's a big system. If let's say someone plan to occupy your domain which you are currently using, so some of them will bid for a higher price. So by the time when your contract, I would say a contract is expired, you might need to pay more in order to maintain your domain. This is something that you have to be aware of. Okay. So yeah, so this is how the domain works. Okay. Any question on this? Later we will have a Q&A session, so you can accumulate your questions and ask one shot at the end of the session. Okay, so this is a second module, business email. The second submodule, business email. After you get a domain, if let's say just now we have to chase jayagrocer.com. So this how the business email will look like. It's like your name, a lion, jayagrocer.com. Okay. So what are professional email marketers? First thing first is look more professional compared to if let's say Jayagrocer Align Gmail. It sounds too simple to have in such email. Then of course, yeah, you try to look at these two emails. When you are the customers, when you look at this email, it sounds more safer to you. It's a very legit company rather than just a simple or maybe not even have a shop, that kind of business. So secondly, it make a consistent with your branding. And lastly, of course, is the security. Either from the technology point of view, the HTTPS that I mentioned just now, or from your mental security. It sounds more secure in that sense. Okay. So there are some factors that you have to be considered when pick the email hosting providers. And again, but before we go into this, do you guys have an idea how an internet works? Okay. This is when I mentioned we got a domain. Domain is just a name. It's just a name. It doesn't represent. It doesn't work just with the name. It has to be connecting with a server. If a server, a hosting server, we call it a hosting server. Same goes with email. By the email itself, it doesn't carry any function. It's just a name. After all, they have to be connected with a server. So the server will give the response to the users. So the users is a hosting server, so it will give response to the users. So this is how it works. Same goes with an app. An app, we always call that we have you come across the words called front end, back end, server? So server is our brain. In fact, it's our brain who give response. And this one is your dot. Is the reflection, like how your hands move. So this is the brain. Same goes with the IT side. We got front end. Front end means your front end means your website. Okay, but your website will not shown in the internet if you are not connecting to the server, to the hosting server. Same goes with email. You have to point to a server, to a brain in order to give response to the users. We got front end, we got back end. Okay, so basically, front end is your interface, is your website. And then back end is the calculation behind your website. But after all, you have to connect to the server. In fact, it's like this. Front end connects to the back end. The back end will connect to the server. And the server will give response to the user in order to reflect what is being displayed in the front end. So that's how it works. So it's in pair. You buy a domain, you buy an email, you have to buy this hosting server as well. So this is how it works. Same goes with email. It's like this now. I'm the fan of Microsoft. Of course, there are different service providers. We got Microsoft 365. We got Google, which links to the Gmail. So you can open up your professional email in your Gmail setup. And of course, you will have your Bluehost. Bluehost also providing their professional email domain, but it's a bit complicated, and I would say it's not that user friendly because you need Bluehost is not very direct domain. It's not a direct professional email. It's an alliance. It's an alliance. So after all, it links to the Gmail. So the customer experience will not be that great because after you have an additional layers on it, the response is kind of slow. But price-wise, it's a very good price. I would say it's a very good price compared to Microsoft 365 and Google Gmail. So after all, it depends on the budget. And yeah, when it comes to the email hosting, of course, cost is one of the factors. Second thing is the storage capacity. Okay, it's like as you can see, this the digit is like how many emails you can store in the particular domain's name, a particular professional email. 1,000 emails, 2,000 emails, it depends on the storage. So this is something that you have to be considered, and some of the professional emails provider that not only come with the solely professional email service, they also come with their tools like calendars, like Google Docs, like Google Excel, stuff like that. But you have to pay extra on that. So this is something that you have to be considered. And then yeah, as I mentioned, there are so many service providers. You got Google, Microsoft, GoDaddy, Bluehost. And lastly, you also have to check your domain match, whether it match with. Okay, for instance, if you buy your domain from GoDaddy, you have to check whether Google accept GoDaddy domain as their professional email. This is something that you have to be check on that. And yeah, this is the summary of how the business email can be set up by using the Microsoft 365. First thing first, choose a plan that's suitable of your business site. The more professional, okay, professional emails is like this, the pricing. If you got only one users, it's counted by the number of users. 1 pack, 2 pack. If your company got 10 people, you might need to buy 10 packs. And the second step is you have to verify the domain, and you have to link to the server, to the hosting server. So there's something you have to point to the server. Otherwise, someone send you something, you will receive. or vice versa. If you send something to the other parties, they won't receive as well. You have to point your email to the server. Yeah, and then yeah, you can set up your email like, of course, after you have bought 10 packs of your professional emails, you can modify the name as you like. It's like Mr. Shen is like Mr. Shen Alliance Jargrocer.com, for instance. Then createalliance.com, and then after you have set up the domain, you got 10 packs, only 8 packs left. Of course, if someone left your company in the future, you can always modify their name and change the password so you can reuse your professional email in that sense. And yeah, lastly, again, have to ensure your email has pointed to the respective server. This one is for domain. Both domain and email has to point to the server. Otherwise, you can't see how it works. It won't function well. Hold on here. Yep, I give you some example on this. Okay, so this is how you point to your server, point your domain. So after you have bought your professional emails from Office 365, Microsoft Office 365, you have come to domain and add your domain. Since now you bought jargrocer.com, for instance. So you have to add your domain, then your jargrocer.com with a Shen in front on you will be appeared. Okay, so it's something you have to remember before you send the link out to your customers. Yeah, same goes with okay, this. Actually, it's the same, just a different interface. Just now was the domain. You have to point the domain to the server in the Microsoft 365 so that your name jargrocer.com will be appeared. Then after that, after you, let's say you have assigned Shen Alliance jargrocer.com, you have to point again to the server to verify that you are the real users. So, yeah. So this is something you have to be remembered before you send your name card to your customers. Okay. The last submodule on this module 1 will be the WordPress. Anyone come across WordPress before? Nope. Okay, as I mentioned just now, in order to make a website work, you need to have a front end and back end. So front end is basically we call like, okay, for instance, this is the front end. This is the front end. But without back end, it can be shown in front of the users. When you search GoDaddy, it will be appear in your website. Or when you click on the functions like checkout, stuff like that, it won't be work because it lack of the calculations or the law or the logic behind the website. And WordPress is a very good tool because WordPress, other than it offers you with the front-end design, It also provides you with the back-end friendly setup, because back then like 10 years back, you have to use coding to code, like Java, like C++, HTML, to code your logic, to code your calculation. But WordPress, it saves your efforts on that. It's just like a drag and go platform for a so-called non-professional coder also can easily build a website. So what is WordPress is powerful and open source platform, a management system. And why is WordPress? Because it's a user friendly. It's just drag and go, and it's customizable. In WordPress itself, it contains many templates, ready-made templates. So you just pick one and do the modification, and it still works. The backend still works. And lastly, it's SEO friendly, because WordPress is a one-stop platform for a non-professional coder to do all the stuff, even though you do not know any coding. So it also provides many plugins, so that you don't need to link here, link there, you buy a lot of plugins outside of the website. It also helps in SEO. So for instance, this is the WordPress interface. As you can see, this all the layout, all the templates that been ready made, and this the result. This the result. I can show you the actual one. Yeah. So this is the live website, an actual website, and is purely made from WordPress itself. No coding required, and it's functionable. It's functionable when you look at like courses. Sorry, check on WhatsApp. It's all functionable. So this is how WordPress works. And again, there are so many hosting providers. Just now, domain have their own service providers. Professional emails got their service providers. And even when it comes to the webs, when it comes to the WordPress, you can buy WordPress from many service providers. From Bluehost, again, Bluehost, Hostinger, HostGator. In fact, you can mix and match. Like you can buy a domain from GoDaddy, you can have your professional email providers from your Gmail, and you can pick your WordPress from these providers. But keep in mind that you have to check the compatibility before you make a decision. This is very important on that. And when it comes to the provider selection, again, what will be the factors that will affect your decision? The reliability and the uptime. Because what are the differences between the providers are the amount of the servers. The more servers that the service provider have, the response rate will be faster. This is one of the difference. And of course, the quality of the customer support. The more branding the service provider are, usually they will provide more customer service, of course. And one WordPress installation is some of them might need you to have click here, click there in order to install WordPress. Some of them just one click will be done. So this is something that you have to look on it. So okay, after you have bought a WordPress, how you get started? I'll get started. So first thing first, you have to you need to have some picture in your mind. What your website will look like, how many pages, and every one WordPress, some it can be consist of, you can create few websites. One WordPress you can have like 2 to 3 websites with different domain names, and we call it as block. One website is called one block. So you have to have something in your mind, how many blocks that you need, and then create a page. Page is like a particular page. One website can be have like, let's say home is one page, your pricing can be another page, your contact can be another page. Yeah, you need to drop that out, and then how it looks like. Have some simple mindset in your mind, and then plugins. Do you need any plugins? Like if let's say you are running an e-commerce website, you need to have a so-called a payment gateway. A payment gateway can be a plugin, but of course you have to pay for that. But it can be purchased from the WordPress itself under the plugin section. Later I will show you on that. And then lastly, again, you have to configure, you have to point your website to a symbol, otherwise it won't work. So let me introduce you how a WordPress looks like. So I'm using Bluehost personally. Oops. I think the server is down today. Oh, it's under maintenance, sorry for that. But later we could move WordPress Playground. Okay, is this a demo version? So it won't reflect on the internet. It's just a playground for you to have a look to play around how WordPress works. Later you will have some time to play around with it during the end of the module. It's a bit slow today. Never mind. Later, okay. It's a bit slow today, but never mind. Later we come to this again. So while the playground is still loading, or these are some activities for you to have a hands-on experience on how it works, how the WordPress works, and how you look search for your design domain, and have some idea how the plug and play goes. So 10 minutes, but look for the domain name in GoDaddy, and then search the WordPress Playground, which is this. But I would suggest you guys to look this page first because it's kind of slow today. Then you will go GoDaddy, search for your domain name, and tell me what's the price of your desired domain name. And then when your WordPress is here, you click on the edit site. Okay, then you change your name here, and of course you can change your color, change the background, but you can put your name here. 10 minutes. Yeah, play around with that. And let me know if you got any questions. Wow, this is the original price that I mentioned. So it's big for it. If let's say you buy like initially you buy like 100 ringgit, let's say. After 3 years, someone bid a higher price. Yeah. So this is the price that you have to pay in the future. Yeah. This is how much remaining. I think they will buy it at the price of 3,000 something. But right now the price has been jacked up to 100,000. Yeah. Yeah.
How to pay that?
Just drag template, scroll down the header. This of course is a so-called demo version. We won't have that much, but basically just drag here a block. Yeah, just drag. Yeah, just drag here, look, and then you can have some modification. You can add your pictures, your image, change your colors. PH means Philippines. Philippines. Yeah, you got a lot of extensions. Yeah, again, you can look at the price at the behind. The .com will be much more expensive compared to like stock site, but of course the back side is not available. So in the actual version, after you have done everything, you can just click on the save. Very true. Okay.
So actually, we have any scenario like when let's say they got a lot of domain provider, right? So maybe you have that means when you go search the domain, then that way somebody also search like English person. And someone also found in the same way, then you buy it now, right? Will it be crushed if in the same together or maybe like the domain will be purchased now they just
Okay, that's for a question on that. Is what it means like if let's say someone buy the domain in GoDaddy,
okay.
and someone plan to buy the same domain name like goes in Bluehost. In fact, they are linked. If let's say you have bought the domain in GoDaddy, so it wouldn't be available in Bluehost.
So it's faster.
Yeah, simple and faster because the domain is the unique one. It's the unique one. Of course, you can have a different extension like .io. It still works. You can have drivebrowser.com and drivebrowser.io be on live at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Do I answer a question?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So when you get a website, you need to pay for email server.
Okay. Thanks for the question. It's a good question. Thanks for that as well. Okay. Email is optional. If your email is optional, you can have your domain, you can have your WordPress and a server, but email is not necessary. Email is not necessary. But of course, if of course you can buy domain, but you do not have an intention to buy WordPress. It's good. Sometimes the reason behind is that someone will buy a lot of domains, but they won't use it. But they just a prevention for other their competitors to have the particular domains, or they want to sell it in future in a more higher price. If let's say someone knows that like Apple.com, if someone got a spy beside Steve Jobs saying that Steve Jobs going to buy Apple.com next week, so I buy today. So Steve Jobs will manage to buy Apple.com, and this time that I got this domain. Do you plan to buy in 100K USD? But in fact, by the time he bought was like $100. So you can have your domain, but doesn't have your WordPress. Okay, hope I answered your question. Thank you. Okay. All good. Okay. 1 more minute, so we'll go to the next module. Of course, the WordPress program doesn't have a very comprehensive function as what the actual WordPress does. The actual one, I mean the paid version, could have many templates, many themes that you can pick and modify, and many plugins. I believe that Playground doesn't have any plugin in it. It's like your payment gateway, direct link to your phone, a direct message to your phone, stuff like that. Okay. Everyone good? Okay, so this is the end of the module 1. Here are some summary of this module. Okay, first thing first, you guys have learned how to purchase a domain from GoDaddy, I believe, or from Bluehost, or even from Google. And secondly, you guys know how to set up a business email by using the Microsoft 365 particularly. And lastly, you guys have experience how to build a website, a RESTful website, by just drag and play from the WordPress. So yeah, this the whole module 1 is talking about. Okay, any questions before I go to the next module? Any further questions? Yeah, again, if you have any questions, you can ask me at the end of the course. Okay, Let's go to the module 2. It's about how to design your website and how
generally is how a software or website business secrets. But if let's say for a driver person, for example, is a more traditional business nature. Usually the revenue will be at the top, will be at the first arm. Then only will come with retention and referral. It depends on the business nature. So, what is awareness? Awareness is referring to, let's say right now I'm using, let's say just now we are using Uber suggest as an example. This is the ARR funnel of Uber suggest that we use for association. It's a business. We have to pay. As well as the share as we have to pay for that. So awareness is how many traffics, how many people aware of who suggest. In this stage, it's all about SEO. The SEO. So this one is mainly measurement of your SEO performance. Then it's come to acquisition. Acquisition is after they have they know they're aware of who suggest. How many of them will click inside who suggest and have a try. So this is the visitor. Acquisition have a look, right? Have a look how it looks like, how it works. Then it comes to activation. Activation is sign in. Just now we all of us have experienced if you that the website is useful for you, you want to have a try, you will click on the sign in with your Google account, with your Facebook account, whatsoever. So this comes from part of accreditation. Okay, for the first 3A, there's a logic behind on the performance. If your SEO is good enough, if you need to do a better acquisition, better basics, better basics. If your website, the type of the website, the user friendliness is good enough, it will lead to a higher activation, a higher sign up. So this will be the law. This will be the logic behind how the performance will be measured for you, for who suggest. And next will be the, after you have activated, you use it, how many of them retention certificate of recipients? How many of them will continue use who suggest for the next round? Or maybe from once a week, they have increased from daily basis, they use every day. So then after that you come to revenue. Like what Mr. Chen explained just now, oh, it's useful, it's good for you. Yeah, but I only got 3 times limit for today. Should I increase, should I pay for it? So it comes to revenue, then referral is like, oh, it's good. Then, like, right now we have a discussion, or we have a transaction with the others, like with the Chris, is like, I tell you what, who suggestion is good, you should have a try. So it's a referral stage. So, okay, let's say, how about the performance measurement on these 3 R's? Retention, if your function is not good enough, it's not useful, nobody will use it. You might have a try and then you just touch and go. Even though you have activated, right? And then, or even it's not that useful, I just stay for 1 minute, 2 minutes, then I tell you. I can come back. But if found is good, if you increase usage from weekly to daily, then you will start to think, should I pay for it? If let's say your function is not good enough, the gap between, the conversion between here and here will be low. Then lastly, even though after you pay, you found that it's too expensive, it's too, the function is not it's not worth it. So you wouldn't refer to minus. So the conversion here and here would be low. So this is how the logic being taught from AR. Okay, the first thing is about awareness. When it comes to the measurement, of course, again, different industry, different business nature, we have a different indicator or different measurement values. So the measurement values of awareness can be a week, can be wishes, can be impressions. It can be just as traditional as you distribute some flyers, digital marketing, all kinds of marketing methods that you can think of to increase your to catch the eyeballs is considered a part of awareness. For example, it's like number of cold calling, how many cold calling that you have called clients, and then total of receipt calls that you have done for digital marketing, how many calls that you receive. So it's all about awareness. Ultimately, it's all about how many eyeballs that you capture from the marketing efforts that you have done. Then why low performance? If in the first place you found out the awareness itself is too low. It's like, let's say you have, for instance, you have spent 100 ringgit on Facebook marketing, but you got only like 10 views or 20 views. Or SEO, you have done so much good work in SEO, but eventually when you check your Google Analytics, only 1 or 2 visitor per days. So this is the stage where you have to look back why your awareness is weak. So it might some factors in it. Wrong message. Your message is in your SEO or in your Facebook is not resonate to your target audience. You are, for instance, you are doing team building for instance, but your message is all about the serious course in a team building schedule. No one gonna look for it. The team building is meant for happy, but we put some serious on it, so it might one of the wrong message that not resonate or not the target audience plan to look at. Wrong product or wrong target audience. Again, for instance, if let's say Jack Wilson is, I was correct me if I'm wrong. Jack Wilson actually is meant more for M40 to T20, correct? If let's say in your digital marketing, you put your MP40, of course the awareness is low. Or maybe like for domestic product, is a female dominant product, but you put the man. Of course, right, nowadays men almost the product, but in general, it's still a female dominant product. So these are one of the reasons mismatch in target distribution is it might be your resources, it's like your budget. When on awareness, we always do A/B testing, ABC testing. You've got so many messages, you try different messages, market messages to see which one is the most effective. But sometimes you're still finding your champion message. So it might work, the message might work, but because you put too minimum resources on that message, on that marketing campaign, in other words, you might also bring you a low result in the first day. So it's something you can look at when you've got a very low performance in awareness. And how to solve it? Firstly, you have to know that what is your game point of your target audience and your product. Whether it's a product market fit, market product fit, you have to know about that. You need to know whether you are reaching the correct target audience of your product. And secondly, maybe you are using the wrong channels. And for example, if let's say your target audience is senior citizens, but you put your resources, your marketing resources in Twitter, what is he called as right now? In Twitter, in Instagram, which the citizens might not be fan of the social media. It might be a good product for you. It might be a product market fit product to the citizens, but because of the wrong channels. So yeah, you still can't reach for the citizens, the most effective channel might be newspaper, magazine, or even radio. So again, different target audience got different channel to reach. And one more tips right now, if you plan to reach Chinese audience in Malaysia, I would say Xiaohongshu is one of the most effective channels to reach the Chinese audience in Malaysia right now, or globally. And lastly, having a daily check-in on the progress. Again, most of the time we are doing HRDC testing for the urban stage. And if I say you spend money on it, or even you spend money on it, of course you have to monitor whether the needle is moving or not. You just put the money there and then just let it be. So you have to make sure the needle is moving from day to day. It has to be, today must be better than yesterday. The worst is maintained is to maintain what it was yesterday. So, and hopefully by having this preventive stage, you can increase your awareness. Okay, so next comes to acquisition next step. After you catch so many high scores, are they interested in the product or interested to the landing page, to your to the content that you're reading in your SEO or in your digital marketing message? So how to measure on this, or your website? How to measure on this? It's a bounce rate. Bounce rate is how long the user will stay in your website. Again, you could suggest as an example. On average, how long the user will stay in, you would suggest? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So this is one of the measurement. And number of warm calling. If you are more on a traditional business, like B2B, we got cold calling. Cold calling means on the awareness is like you just randomly call someone from the list you get. Warm calling means they're willing to get to make an appointment with you with a second course. This is called warm calling. So if they're willing to, it's one of the indicators that you have a very good acquisition. At least your message is new their technology. And yeah, lastly is then after each call. After you get a call, or even your website, how long they stay, how long they talk with you, this acquisition. Or even for digital marketing, it can be they look at the digital marketing videos for examples. How many seconds that they have watched? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 50 seconds, or the full video. This is one of the measurements as well, acquisition. And why you have a low acquisition performance? Your web page design is not attractive. It's not user friendly. Sometimes your content might be good, but because of the content organized is not really friendly, so you might not just read the first paragraph and they if or maybe like a follow-up. You have a cold calling, or even you have a cold calling, but you did not make some follow-up. So they might forget after they have a glance on your message or on your call. And it might because of the communication skill. With cold calling, when a warm call, you can't have a very harmony or strategized communication script or selling script. It might also lead to a low acquisition. So how to solve it? You have to do A/B testing on a landing page. It can be done. Again, WordPress allows you to do that. A single domain, but it will take like 50% of the users who click on the domains. It will lead to a different web page design. A/B testing, or even your marketing message, or even your selling script. We found out at the end information that you can try on which one is the better script or better web design. And evaluation method. At this website or cold calling might the landing stage for the target audience. Even though you have attracted, again, if let's say they attracted by your marketing message, you call them, especially right now for those introverts, you call them, they might not pick up the call. You might need to use another way to reach them, or vice versa. On the other hand, if you have the citizens, they are attracted by newspaper, but eventually you ask them to look at you at WhatsApp. They introduce to your product, to your message, your first aid, but because of the acquisition, you need to think about it. And lastly, enhance your another area because on the screen, on the skill, get some training for yourself. And the C is activation. Activation, the management can be the number of registration of a new account. What we have experienced, number of appointment for traditional business like insurance, cold calling, phone call, and then they activate the number of first time proceeds is like they have scheduled to buy a product. They might have scheduled, but they not yet paid. They're not yet paid. They are booking. So this is or pre-sales. So this is indicator for activation. And one low performance. It might be okay. You have good marketing message. You have a very good SEO. You have a very good website readability. But when it comes to the so-called your checkup, you might not use it very. Your UI is not user friendly. Where is the button of the checkup? It might be because of the contrast of your website. It's like it's very hard to identify where is the checkout button. It might be UI. And then okay, after you for a traditional like insurance, you have talk with them, but the content you talk with them does not hit their future audience. They are not feared enough to buy a product, but you also did not speak something that let them feel the product is good to have, to train, to them to buy. So you have to you might, because of lacking of your product knowledge, especially the salesman or sales representative who deal with the customers. Or even on the website, you have a very good message they have registered, but by the time they check out, or they look very detailed on your description, it doesn't show something professional about that. So yeah, it might be one of the reasons. And how to solve it? Redesign your UI if you find that this is if you are so-called an IT business nature or website researcher, try to redesign your UI. And then A/B testing on the product benefit. Either you create a field or gain soon to your customers when it comes to your product description and your product benefit. And lastly, also try to train your sales representative with better product knowledge in order to increase the retention. Okay, retention is the stickiness of the users towards your product, service, or website. So how to measure? Number of login per day. How frequent they log in our website. And then if you are more traditional client business nature, how many number of client meeting? You got your first meeting, second meeting maybe, and lastly number of reopen case is you have both close the deal and then pay the balance. This is how you manage your retention. And when at this stage, why low performance compared to previous? It might be a trend changes. It might be useful inside. Let's say, for instance, who suggests you have a very good performance for the past 1 year, but suddenly this month, started from this month, your stickiness of the users is started decline. It might be because of the better tools appear in the market, for example, ChatGPT. So you have to look at it, the trend changes, and impassive in deciding within the okay, you have made first appointment, second appointment. It might be good because of business. You got no time, or you are less passive. You are hesitating to get a new close to you. So it's one of the reasons maybe. And lastly, because of the low solution quality. If let's say you are customer service, you are using, okay, let's say Google suggests a review problem, but because of the you use the product, okay, and use very high stickiness for the customer, but suddenly your CS I have a question, I try to look for CS, but CS does not respond promptly, or even hesitated to answer, so it might lead the stickiness become like in one of the reasons. And how to solve the decline in retention? The analysis, if you are threatened by the trend changes, see where it is time to pivot your strategy. And then if you are more traditional business, try to follow up, send good invitation at least as a reminder on client and yourself. And lastly, brainstorming with your team. If you find that your product is no longer product market fit, brainstorm with your product team where it's time to come up with some product, a new product that suits with the current trend. And lastly, revenue. Revenue is the time where your business gets the real money. Okay, for some case like CS case, because for ARR, it's not necessarily for the measurement of the fund, where you can affect the back end as well. Back end also can use the ARR as a KPI measurement. So, use user suggestion as an example. Number of subscription declined. They no longer renew your subscription, then you know what is happening. Number of opportunity, and you have for a traditional business, cold call, warm call, first meeting, second meeting. If you still can't close it, you can get it closed, then yeah, it's one of the measurement. Number of fund cases. Have made payment previously, have paid last payment, but they refund. What was the reason? So what was the reason? Back to the pricing issue. The use is very good. For instance, you use session is expensive. So you wouldn't go for that. It is too expensive, so it will affect your revenue conversion rate. Lacking of selling skill. The client really interested in your product and it suits their needs, but because of representative doesn't have a good skill in closing, and other factors. And lastly, product issues. Product issue is for the CS side, for the back end. So they have done the last payment they receive, or they refund. So if back to the product, you very good at your message. What is where the pain point and the game point that you put in your message is new their needs, but after they receive the product, they will the product doesn't meet the expectation. So it's time to look back on the right thing. So how to solve it? Price setting based on your user, your target audience feedback. Try to ask them what will be a reasonable price within their range. And for the salesperson, try to send them for sales training, and have some mock selling session, of sales. And lastly, for the refund case, try to ask why the refund, what are the problems, and hopefully can improve from that. And lastly, the last part is the referral. So, what to measure when it comes to the referral stage? The referral rate of new sign up, it will be another loop of new sign up. But this round is using the referral code from the existing users. So there's one thing how to ensure the the new sign-up, referral of new customers. The new customer is for the traditional business, like it works from word of mouth. This is how it works for the new customers. and NPS is for backend, and then underscore is a feedback form after the product review, product rating, the feedback from the service. Then you have one session saying that would you recommend the product to the others? 1 to 10 skill is one of the measurement for revenue. And why low performance when it comes to the last stage of the AR? Perceived value of the revenue of the referral program. Why should I refer to others if I'm not being rewarded? Or what benefit that I can receive when it comes to the referral? I become a referral. So something that I have to take off, maybe some an extra 2 to 3 months subscription or some discount coupons for the next purchase. And maybe of the UX usually is planned for the user experience. They have done the whole journey, but it might be one time new because for them they reluctant to ask for refund, but they also purchase again or refer to the others because of the bad experience. So previously we got line, we got the user interface. Right now we got UX, we got the user experience. So there's something that we have to be careful on it. When the indicator of this stage is low, then terms of feedback, actually is the feedback. If they're not willing to refer to at least ask why. If they and then try to send the feedback from for every single transaction after the transaction has been done, sent the form. But ask for the improvement. Improvement is never stopped. It's never stopped. The only consistent, the review constant is constant change. So the feedback is important for both product and service. Okay, so the last activity of today. So from the statistic from here, which part is the problematic part? From here, and this is the business structure of this is a website business, like who suggest from the step here. What do you think is the problematic part? Try to discuss around 2 of you, 15 minutes. And then let me know which part do you think is the problematic part and how to improve it. Only one part or only one part. Among the AR, only one part. I mean, there is no right or correct answer. It depends on the impression. Identify the problematic part and what might be the potential cost and how to improve. If let's say this who suggests website. There's no right or correct answer. It's all about the information. What do you think? Retention. Yes. Meeting. Because we 10%. What do you think? Yeah, you are in the right direction.
Because only you are 300 the change that means that you really gain benefit 10 to 15% as so in my avoid maybe
Retention.
because you only got 300 ringgit per change. When you activate
How about awareness to acquisition?
almost is 40%. It's 40% success rate.
Maybe because awareness, acquisition, people not sure yet. And then activation, people not sure yet. So that drop is quite normal. But when people buy 800 buy, meaning they really want to buy already. But why they don't repeat the purchase?
So only 10 to 15%.
But the reference is good.
Because already people already repeat. So of course they think it's good. They want to refer to others.
What do you think of the problem? Why cause a low conversion rate? If this is a Google suggestion website. It might be a hint. It might be a hint.
Too expensive.
But it's just secure. So it shows that the price is
No reminder.
You have a direction.
Maybe this business need to remind purchasers. Last month you purchased this item. Did you forget about us? Reminder, notification, reminder.
Okay.
Or when you have some improvement of your item, you can remind.
Maybe this one is an example that you can boycott.
Boycott.
So 300
Chinese.
or Chinese.
200 also is not a Malay.
McDonald's.
Also can.
Someone minutes think about it. It can be here. How about here? It's good enough.
Activation also need the campaign precision. 1,000 a bit. 25% low.
Of course, the best one is depends on your business nature.
Because you lost almost 3,000. Maybe you already sold.
Yeah. Or maybe your your website function is not comprehensive, it's not useful as per expected. How to improve it? If let's say that you set some reminders other than that, it might be a trend changes. Maybe the ChatGPT was came out in this period. So for those who the fact that ChatGPT has a better function when it comes to the SEO, keyword searching, so they have a very high searching intention. It might be. But for those who already found that SEO, the whole search works for them, they will stay up and then they will work wrong. They will find this.
I guess it's not a
So it might be a product change. So lawyers still remember loyalty. What cause loyalty? You have a very good product, definitely. Otherwise, your referral will be that high. It's like 35%. So, again, there's no definite answer for this. But yeah, this is how you use the funnel to look at your performance when it comes to your website traffic, or even digital marketing, or even traditional business funnel. Okay. So this is the summary of this model. I have introduced the 6 elements of parametrics, and I have explained how each of the AR, how it works, what should be mentioned based on different industries, different nature, and how to identify the problem and how to improve it in general. So yeah, this end of module 4. Before the ending of this course, any questions that I could have?
Actually, I want to ask regarding the carry code. Actually, the logo is this under because if let's say like there's like a training consultancy where you just mentioned you have the ST. Obviously, you can easy to video program. I just maybe I verify domain that I use maybe use ST, maybe ST stand for other thing, maybe in trading or anything else. So can we represent the name as well, does not mean represent the consultancy, right? So I can use this model to insert the curriculum.
Okay, so thanks for asking for the question. So, my understanding of the question is that, let's say I have quite a domain in ST trading, for example. ST trading can be, and then I have a law, I use another company's logo which also ST trading, but it's more popular as my favorite company. Does it legal in that sense? Am I correct? But we try to answer that. So, in the law of Malaysia, you have to patent your trademark. You have to patent your trademark. trademarked. You have to show the document saying that I have been used this logo since I started from day one, and they are copying. Of course, it's a very low chance when you can try. So the better solution is if you treat this very serious, patented your trademark. I mean patented your logo and trademark your in the first place. Like a recent case like Jordan in China, a Jordan logo in China is very debatable because of the name itself. Not even sometimes not even because of the name itself, because it also can be patented. They did not patent it in the US, but they don't patent it in China. So they lose. I mean, the Nike lost the case in China. So patented. So in short, patented and trademark. That is very important. If you trademark, it is very serious. Did I answer the question?
So actually, this logo is part of the essential register your mark and everything. So it's essentially that you need to do it's compulsory. Can I say in law operation?
Is it compulsory to trademark the
Because as I see just now, you have shown some website put the logo, right? So is this they are not allowed to do it, or maybe they have no way to do it, or they know way to do it. So what is your
Okay, so you ask. Okay, thanks again for the question. We've got two questions here. One is should we patented or trademarked the logo when we first start our business?
necessary
Or it's not necessary, but compulsory. This is the first question. Second question is this is not the case on YouTube. They did not put the account in. Is it because they are not aware of it? They don't have a system to do it, or they don't approve? Okay, the first question is if you are treating the business very seriously, it's advisable for you to trademark or patent your logo and to prevent, or even sometimes you buy your domain name as well to prevent the future competitors to try to take advantage from branding, like what you saw just now, the giant worker. This is the first question. The second answer is, as long as many of them did not aware the importance of or they do not have the skill or reluctant to put the record. They perceive that it's not that important. But in fact, not really is important.
So when you're doing this process, then it's just optional choice whether you want to put or not.
Yes, it's optional.
It's not really compulsory.
It's not commercial, but if something arises, some problem arises in the future, and I can enjoy. It's not, that is a long process, that's why not many people go for it, for patented and trademarked. If you are, again, if you treat business very seriously, go for it. Do I answer your question? Okay, thank you. So, Chris, any question?
No, it's all.
Okay, so you can let me know if you have any question on your mind, let me know later. Okay, so this is the overall summary of today's lessons. The first module is about the people business website. So the first step is buy the domain from GoDaddy. If you found out your domain for another extension like .io, like .org is within your budget, buy it over as well, even though you are not going to use it. Buy as well to prevent other companies might take advantage of you after your business is getting famous. And then after that, after you have bought your domains, it's time for you to go into the web hosting, the selection of the web hosting for your WordPress. Same goes with your email. Again, my personal choice is Microsoft 365 because it's more compatible with Outlook and more user friendly. But of course, we can opt for GPG is a good option as well. But Google is not recommended because Google requires some technical skill to funding your yeah, and lastly, remember to funding both your email, your WordPress to your to the server. It's true of your domain, your email, and your WordPress. To the server in order to work perfectly. And second, that will be the web page design. After you have your so how you purchase everything that domestically to build a website, it's time for you to design and draft your ideal outcome. So use Canva to beautify your banners, your image, or even some videos, and then download it and put it in the Figma. And then yeah, Figma, if you're able to do it by yourself, it's a bit complicated. But if you're able to by yourself, you can save your cost in terms of the miscommunication between you and the coder if you plan to outsource this, or you have people that will handle the WordPress, or even yourself. You will spend so much time on WordPress. Just keep trying it. After all, design in Figma or picturize in Figma is more simple than picturize in WordPress. And on next will be the module on SEO. We have learned about how to identify SEO keywords from your industry, content analysis, search the trending keywords from social media, from analytics, and some tools like Google Suggest, which I have mentioned the name many times today. And then update, and then after you have all keywords in my hand, after the SEO keys on and off pages. The on page is your website, the off pages is social media, Google Maps, some answer publics. It all helps to rank up your website. And lastly is after you have done so many things, it's time for you to measure performance. Design, of course, shop you have a very different destination. So, in half day to think about what should be the metrics on each AAR and one and have a sheet to record out the performance of every day and have a group and have a very review is important, so that if anything goes wrong, you can immediately detect and have a solution for that. So basically, this is what we've been through today. And here are some resources. I set aside to do it, and here are some resources for the whole 4 modules, and hopefully all of you can use on all these resources to do it within 24 hours. And lastly, by now, you should be able to set up a professional research website with WordPress and complain with a relevant domain name, which is a suitable one, and able to activate your business email. And second, you're able to at least have a draft to communicate, how to have an idea of how to draft to communicate with your colleague who handle press or even coders, or even have a basic idea, visualize this idea before you already get into press. And thirdly, you also have learned about how to utilize the tools, the available tools, and paid and Fusion to find keywords in the industry, relative industry. And lastly, you also have come across how to measure performance by using how to design your metrics, how to monitor, and how to improve. So yeah, that's all for today. So again, hopefully you can use the resources that I provided just now and have some first move within 24 hours. Otherwise, you will forget because you will only remember 7% between 24 hours. After 24 hours, you will just your memory will just leave like 10%. So yeah, try to have a first move between 24 hours. And thank you again for this session, and try to think fast. When you have an idea, think fast, act fast, and try to if you feel fast, then learn fast and then move fast. Yeah, okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Yeah, but before you guys